Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. First off, I'd like to thank the Naraka team for giving me the opportunity to make this video, and for all the other amazing work they do with the game and community. It's truly the best community I've ever been a part of, and by far my favorite game to date. For this video, we're going to be taking another in-depth look at some of the games of Spider from the Solos qualification rounds. Spider being WBG's solo player representing the CN region at this year's world stage. Spider being renowned as an extremely strong player, having shown his high level of skill time and time again. It comes as no surprise that he qualified for the world's finals. So let's jump right in and break down these games. As usual, I like to start by taking a look at his decision making when it comes to spawning in, and his choice of spawn location, as it is hugely important and can mean the can be so important that it decides the outcome or the tempo at which the game goes early on. Loot pathing and early kills, early aggression can mean so much. So here, the zone seems to be surrounding Temple, Eventide Temple here, and we've got 6 players spawning in Temple, 4 on top of each other. Very aggressive, it seems. Although the last video, or the other video that I'd done, breaking down Roy He's games, I went through all 6, and I don't think this is 6 games, this is only a couple, so I'm not sure what game this actually is in the 6-game series, but it seems as though these players are playing a little bit more aggressive, spawning on top of each other, taking those early gambles, gambling whether or not they get loot, get decent armor, decent weapon to fight, or anything at all, really. But yeah, it seems that Spider is not going to opt for the aggressive temple spawn, but in fact go for the firefly spawn in the cave over here. Spawning on top of one other player. 3 players spawning over here in the clump of houses close by. But yeah, let's have a look here. He's going to be looking for that firefly and hoping that he gets decent loot. At least a blue armor, I would say, and at least a weapon. Because he is playing Yoto, so as long as if he gets a blue weapon and gets maybe blue armor and the fireflies, he should be chilling. Because if you're in that enclosed space in that cave against Yoto Hime, whose ultimate becomes far more deadly at close range, in enclosed spaces, he should be okay to pick up an early kill, but let's see what happens. Gets an okay spawn. The top spawn, breaking the boxes. Drops down on top of 2 high loot or high tier trove spawns. Gets the 1 firefly, gets the blue armor that we spoke about, gets the blue weapon. Doesn't get multiple fireflies though. Still, ooh, not too bad. Yotohime's F3 also being extremely strong in enclosed spaces, allowing him to keep tempo in fights and prevent a lot of aggression. So yeah, he managed to mitigate the entire ultimate of the Tamalk. Hopefully he can get away here. Managing to buy himself some time, going for the overhold. Gets the overhold release. Gets this tech chase with the long sword into the corner, the tight space. I was thinking he could have ulted to prevent any unnecessary risk But he did have his F ability up, and in that close little tunnel, it's deadly. So if he had lost prio, he probably still would have been fine. I'm not sure why he uses it here. Unless he... I mean, I didn't hear anything, but he might have. He might have had somebody close by, but I feel like that was a tad unnecessary. Now, heads over here into this house. Surprisingly unlooted. It seems that the 3 people who landed here got straight into scrapping it out. On the other side, goes for the Soul Jade bag upgrades into the Lucky Soul Jade. Definitely a good choice. Lovely hold dodge, avoiding the longsword wind slash. Gets the tech chase. Does get hit by the Tumulk Wisp, but manages to stagger him the moment it gets thrown, preventing follow-up. Eats the blue focus. Delayed tap dodge. Actually, almost killing him. But he did have his F. Was able to put it down and get that reset off. Although Yoto's F did get nerfed, did get its duration reduced, it's still very strong. You can always get one heal off as long as you start healing at the start. And nobody can interrupt you. Lots of action here off the rip. Takes a not so good trade, losing all of his armor. Gets the uppercut into the horizontal follow-up with blue focus, into the follow-up again. Goes for the ultimate, expecting the tumult to ult. Well, perhaps not, but still trying to use it to try to finish off this his opponent as fast as possible. Uses his F after having tried to parry the first stage, mitigating any risk of getting overheld, and then follows up. It looks as though the Tumulk also didn't have any stamina to be able to dodge out after having clanked against the F3, the spinning blade, so just pretty much just ate all the damage. Jesus! Holy, Spider just dismantling Demo here. Let's see that again real quick. So right here, Demo playing rather passive. Spider, noticing this, immediately goes on the offensive. If you, so in these kind of environments, if you play passive, if you play like this, and you don't cover your weaknesses, as in like you don't do things that would prevent you from being grapple staggered, for example, which, as we see here, Demo doesn't do, and immediately gets pushed onto. Although he doesn't take damage from the initial grapple LMB, he gets put into a situation where, because he's playing on the defensive, because it seems as though Demo's in a passive or defensive mentality, Spider just goes full aggressive, playing off of this. Goes for the overhold. Demo, not expecting the release, gets taken down extremely low. As you can see, dual blades, insanely strong weapon, takes out his entire shield bar with one attack, and then the follow-up of a jump LMB into RMB takes off another 400 health. Demo now pretty much just a sitting duck. Spider tap dodging the blue focus, and then instantly going back in for the tech chase, or for the punish on the blue focus of Longsword. Longsword being one of the weapons that actually has very few protective frames after having released a blue focus attack, meaning that if you do dodge it and avoid it at close range, you can almost always immediately follow up and punish them and stagger them on the end frames of the blue focus. And there you have it. Spider covering two things here. Instead of going for a blue focus release on the 1, 2, 3, he goes for the jump LMB, which one would punish a parry attempt, and two, punish a tap dodge attempt, especially on this terrain, as a tap dodge going backwards up the hill would be shorter. The jump LMB, because it's 2 hits and it's not instantaneous, would catch the tap dodge, allowing him to follow up. He could have gone for a crouching LMB, but that would have potentially also been too short, meaning that it may not have hit if Demo had tried to tap dodge backwards. But yeah, jump LMB at the end of the 1-2. Pretty good option to take here, especially when Demo's so low. Demo's forced to take the gamble and expect the 1-2-3 release, because quite frankly there's not all that much he can do at that point, having taken that much damage. But yeah, 2 quick kills. Oh, 3, sorry, 3 kills. Forgot about the initial one in the cave. Nicely done. Demo and KK were already eliminated in this game. But yeah, strong showing off the rip from Spider. So Spider, having walked around a bit here, tried to buy some time, waiting for the Realm of Yang to spawn, the Gate of Yang to spawn, finds himself a player here, coming over to loot this body, picking himself up a blue armor that's empty, and being forced to heal it because it was in fact empty. Realm of Yang now already full because it's been down for a couple seconds. Realm of Yang being one of the most important things in the game right now. Spider picking up a low effort kill here, engaging on an opponent when they're healing up an armor that's completely empty. Rather fortunate, but still well played from Spider here. Not all that much to be said. Spider here now wandering over, knowing there's a Morris close by, looking to see if anybody's come for it. Finds 2 people, one that's very low, although he does get stopped by the Tumulk ultimate wall. Using his F here, so right here, because he has no stamina, he's mitigating a gamble that he's just taken. He goes for the first charge parry attempt, and then as soon as he sees that they're not releasing and he doesn't get this parry, he immediately uses his F, which is even better here because he has no stamina. If the Tumulk had gone for another close range blue focus hold, instead of going for the overhold release, he could have easily tech chased him down, because Spider wouldn't have been able to dodge more than maybe once, and forcing himself into another gamble, into another 50-50. So he uses this F here, mitigating the risk of getting overheld or getting tech chased, having very little stamina. Good decision making. Tries to immediately use it to his advantage, because the F makes it so that if he does get pushed by the Tumulk, if the Tumulk tries to go into him, then he's going to clank off of the spinning blade, and Spider can take prio for free. But yeah, Spider pushing, trying to get this. Does go for the 1-2-3 with the RMB. Tumulk expecting it. Surprisingly, to be honest, surprising that he expected that, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, gets the parry, doesn't get the F follow-up, but does get another blue focus release, forcing Spider into ulting, and then just gets taken down. How many dodges did he use? I feel like he could have dodged again. Yeah. I think he didn't have much stamina here. I'm not sure why he didn't dodge this. I'm pretty sure he would have had enough to dodge at least once. Wake up roll, doesn't cost stam. Uses one tap dodge, uses another, avoids it, goes for another hold dodge. After avoiding this blade, he should have just stood still. Going for this hold dodge is not what you want to do. You're using unnecessary stamina. And Spider luckily manages to take advantage. I don't know what he's doing. He releases the blue focus. He could have crouched into a dodge. I'm pretty sure he would have had stamina then, but he couldn't cancel the blue focus attack in time before the blade hit him. And then, because of this final blade hitting him, the follow-up slashes are unavoidable, and Spider picks up another cheeky kill here, putting him on 5 kills with 8 players remaining. Spider now, having chilled around the Morris that he'd been at beforehand, rotating around, looking for any stragglers, any isolated 1v1s, comes up to Temple and immediately gets caught in 2 Tumult ults. Just to open up onto somebody getting a beneficial trade. Goes for the horizontal blue into Assassin's Lunge, immediately taking down an opponent, but gets effed by a Tumult, taking a huge chunk of damage and putting down his F to try and heal, but then getting knocked out of it, getting his heal prevented or stopped by the Takeda. Takeda's F3, having gold focus frames, allows him to essentially charge through a Yoto F3. He does manage to get this Morris blessing though, using his F3. Prevent anybody else from getting in and accessing the box. So right here, Spider's essentially just been chilling since since getting the purple armor from the previous Morris. Biding his time, since he does have a few kills here. All he really needs to do, like once you get a couple kills, a few kills early on in a tournament environment like this, all that you really need to do is wait. Because if you're running around trying to kill as many people as possible, trying to get as many kills as possible, you're still running the risk of potentially dying, getting third-partied, getting put into a situation, or putting yourself into a situation that you cannot escape from. And it's just smart, optimal play. All he's done is wait. Definitely the smart choice here. And he does manage to pick up that gold armor and gold weapon from the gold Morris blessing. Completely uncontested, I might add. Yeah. Looks like he's just rotating around here, looking for any stragglers hiding in bushes. Let's wait and see. Oh, looks like he's found somebody. Gets initial pistol shots onto somebody, taking about 500 armor off them, forcing the heal cancel, getting the half charge take back, going for the pistol shot. Not looking to take that gamble unnecessarily. Enemy Takeda being forced to swap to a white armor here, but does manage to find the purple armor that Spider had dropped when he picked up that gold armor, getting the full reset. Spider now not looking to push the issue here. Force the issue? I can't remember. Yeah, again, looking to bide his time, wait for that zone to close. No reason to fight when you've got this many kills. Just as I said, Spider's quite literally just been chilling here, looking to maintain this positioning. Very strong positioning for himself. He's got the height, he's got a very short distance to get to the next circle when it starts moving in 10 seconds. Constantly spamming 1, 2, 3. to protect himself from any stray ranged attacks here, as he'd slice the bullets or arrows, whatever's coming at him. It's something you definitely don't want to be doing, which is staying still in this kind of zone. Ooh. He does get a decent chunk of damage onto an enemy tumult, making him bleed, making him a target. Inherently preventing focus from going to him. Looking to stay mobile, stay in the air. Ooh, does get clipped by that blue focus, but doesn't really do anything. Still able to stay on the move and not become a target. Realistically though, in these kind of zones, you do want to, well, anybody who's not playing Yoto, ideally would want to be focusing Yotos, as Yotohime excels insanely well when it comes to these kind of tight spaces I spoke about earlier. I'm talking about the cave, as it not allows it. Oh, sorry, it doesn't allow people to be able to move and dodge and avoid these big slashes from Yoto, doing insane amount of damage and healing her, I might add. Spider staying on the move, trying to grapple spam, stay in the air, manages to find a branch to rest on. Does have advanced heal, which is insanely good for this kind of zone. Drops down, goes for the horizontal blue, drops down his F3 and just literally sits there, delaying his ultimate activation. He doesn't even really need to hit all that many people. I mean, ideally he would want to, but there you have it. Spider playing smart, calculated, and taking home the win there on this game. 8 kills, netting 15.2 points here. Extremely good showing from him. Playing it slow, getting early kills, biding his time, making sure he gets good placement, playing endgame well, managing his positioning, protecting himself from potential aggression. All very, very well done. I don't think there was a single obvious mistake here. Throughout the entire game, he played it flawlessly, virtually flawlessly. I mean, obviously there are certain things that you could say in retrospect that he could have done, but he played this insanely well. Very, very, very well. Well-deserved win. 8 kills. But yeah, one thing that the enemy players could have tried to do would have been to try and focus down the Yotohimes. As I said, Yoto becomes extremely powerful in these final zones, as you can see why. And it was a lot more up to the people that were in close proximity to him in that final zone with him to try and be proactive and force him to use his ultimate early, or chip him down, waste his resources, put him on the run. Because if they don't do that, then this will typically be the end result. A Yoto will end up winning the game. But yeah, very well played from Spider. Let's move on to the next game. Right, so here we have next game, Holoroth playing Takeda. And it looks like, I mean, I feel like Spider's a pretty aggressive player, but he does play smart. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he's gonna go for this spawn in the gold high tier loot zone outside Imperial Village. Try and pick up a couple bits of loot. And I predict that he goes here, because right here, next to these trees, or the clump of trees, is a firefly spawn. And right here, in this little alcove of the river, there is also a rage charging station, an ultimate charging station. So I would expect him to quickly loot here as fast as he can, and then head on down over here to this tree, grabbing the firefly, and then heading into Imperial Village. That would probably be the ideal play here. But let's have a look. Yeah. Taking his time, getting all the loot. Knowing that trying to rush it would be rather pointless. Ah, yes. So he does go to there and check if the the rage charging station is there, but it doesn't seem to, it doesn't. Oh my god. It's not there. And it looks like he's looking for the firefly, but he's actually looking in the wrong spot. It was on the tree to his left when he looked right. Unfortunate. It looks like he's just going to try and head in and pick up some kills and get some fights. It's also possible that the Naraka, or whoever had spawned close to the gate just there, had in fact gone for that firefly. I may in fact be wrong. I do forget sometimes. I don't go up to the Imperial Village all that much, so I may be wrong on where that firefly is exactly, but yeah, he picks up a cheeky free kill here, extending somebody else's combo with a blue focus from Dual Blades, following it up. Low effort kills, exactly what you want. Picks up the bounty, but finds this Naraka here. Gets the half charge LMB into uppercut, gets his combo duration reduced by the terrain. Sadly, doesn't manage to pick up that kill due to the third party, but he is in a good spot here with the enemy Takeda having used his ultimate and I think 2 blades already, since he's sitting on as he just popped his ultimate and didn't even use a blade. He's sitting on that, on a high amount of rage, able to pop his ultimate reasonably quickly after having cancelled it. But this Takeda here, able to get away entirely because the because Spider had jumped out of the window directly into one of those bear traps, which prevent you from grappling for about, I think it's 40 seconds or something like that. Maybe even longer, maybe even a minute. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure if there's actually a timer for it documented somewhere. Probably in the patch notes, but I don't know off the top of my head. But it is a decent amount of time. So this player does in fact manage to get away simply because of that. Rather unfortunate. But at least he didn't lose anything for it. Oh, I was about to skip ahead, but a fight ensued. Let's see here. Oh, is it a bush gamer? Oh, no it isn't. The drop down. LMB whiffs, forced to use his F3. Tanks the blue focus release with his ultimate. Gets third partied. Doesn't manage to get parry off. Don't think it would have really mattered. maybe would have given him a little bit of breathing room, but that Takeda would have, enemy Takeda who released would have instantly ulted anyway. Yeah. Looks like Spider's looking to get aggressive though. He's looking to come back. Come back with a vengeance. Spider's not happy about that. To be honest, that was pretty unlucky. Looks to go back, get his armor, get his resources. A little bit, I mean, a tad greedy, I'm not gonna lie. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit of a Firefly fanatic. The Firefly addict. It doesn't seem as though he is. He does hear someone healing though. He's looking to find him. Spot somebody grappling away. Doesn't look to chase though. He is in this zombie zone though. Stepping on one of these is not great. Oh, as I say it. Lamar. It's a little bit quiet. I feel like it's a tad quiet. There we go. Here we have the Realm of Yang. Looking to start it off with a Gale Rush, deterring the aerial engage. Enemy players looking for a Scale Rush themselves. Looking for this combo starter. Does not look like... Oh. Instantly goes for the ultimate into... Oh, but he doesn't get it. He doesn't get the full conversion because of the wall. But it does look like he's going to take this kill. Yeah, there's not very much he can do there. Well, well played here. Let's watch that again. So yeah. It's this light Scale Rush into instant F, into instant Alt F release. Weapon swap into Greatsword. Gets his combo stopped by the wall of the Realm of Yang, but it doesn't matter. Takeda, ladies and gentlemen, the power of this character. I feel like the enemy Takeda probably should have ulted the moment he got effed. Spider, grapple LMB. Goes for the tap dodge. All. Both players silenced by the... Oh. By the hand. Spider managing to create some distance though. Enemy Takeda uses his ultimate. Spider still chilling with his though, ready to go. Enemy Takeda either needs to force the issue right now or run and try and find himself a Firefly. There's quite a few here as well. Not sure if this is the same one, especially considering that the other one had a longsword with Hepta detached, so why would he swap to a katana? Going for the range shot, cancelling his ultimate as well, but still maintaining the aggression. I'm very surprised that this enemy Takeda isn't turning around. Enemy Takeda has ult advantage. He has rage advantage. He could have literally just turned on him. I have no clue why the enemy Takeda didn't try and fight this. Oh, actually, no, I know why. It's because of the buff. The buff that he has. Because even with... like, so, as a lot of you probably are assuming, or maybe thinking, the buff, this red buff, when he dies, he drops a soul bloom. But that was only introduced the patch after. The patch after the initial season patch, giving us these this in ranked. On the patch that they're playing on, when this took place, the Vermilion Plume red buff, if you died while having this buff, you wouldn't actually drop a soul bloom, meaning that if somebody had lost in the Realm of Yang and needed a soul bloom to stay alive due to the debuff, killing somebody with the Vermilion Plume buff would be a complete waste of time. Spending any of your resources, including your ultimate, would just end up being a waste. I mean, you potentially get a kill out of it, but you'd be using up a lot of the time on the debuff, potentially making it so that you can't secure a soul bloom before you expire. So potentially that's why he was running and not trying to force this, because he knew that he wouldn't get a soul bloom if he managed to kill him. But yeah, and Spider having the buff explains why he was being so aggressive even though he had no ultimate. He did lose his nunchucks, but... and die, and give somebody else a kill, but still. When you have this buff, it's worth taking risks, you know? Being able to die and not actually lose anything. And he's got a bit of money here, so looking to go and spend it. Potentially salvage some of the weapons that were left behind from the fight. Here we have Spider rolling up on a fight, looking to get this third party in. Taka trying to get aggressive, but instantly gets punished for it. Manages to roll the detonating rounds whilst still chasing this Taka. Very nicely done. Swaps to the dual blades. Slightly better movement. Doesn't have any grapples left though. Making it so that chasing this is going to be even harder. So he opts to chill a bit. Ooh, but he does manage to get the kill in the end. He needs those grapples. Manages to secure the kill with the pistol shot in the midst of all of this. Nicely done. Looks like the person who'd also followed up on the chase had been peeled off by another party, allowing Spider to follow it up. Very nice. Finds himself a little bit more money. Opens up a bag slot, grabs himself a... ooh, what is that, I wonder? Sadly, this footage is not in English, so I can't actually tell what that soldier it is. I mean, it could be repair roll, could be mortal defiance, could even be desperation. I can't tell. See here. It comes back to the... sure. Finds himself an opponent. Armors through, reducing the damage on this blue focus release. Goes for the parry. Tries to tap dodge, but gets stuck in it regardless. Although he doesn't take damage due to the longsword bug. Oh, he's not in a good spot here. Manages to stay alive though, healing off of the Alt F. Managing to get himself a heal off. Also, that's another thing. I don't know when they added that, because I distinctly remember Takeda not being able to use one of his ultimate blades whilst healing. Like, that was the one thing that he couldn't do. And like, whilst throwing out a blade was one of those things that he just could not do. But at some point they changed it, I think. I'm not sure if they listed it in the patch notes, but they changed it. I can't remember when. But all of a sudden, a while ago, I saw Takeda do it and was surprised. Quick pistol shots, gets caught in the splash damage knockback, but still manages to get himself the kill. Doesn't have ultimate available. Let's hope that this enemy Takeda doesn't either. Goes for the overhold. Gets hit with the F. Oh, the huge! Oh my lord. Oh, the damage. Alright, let's see this again. Hold on. So, this is something that I wanted to see real quick. So I'm assuming that Takeda didn't have ultimate in that moment and had just got it up here. Gets the F, goes for the R&B. Gets the blue focus release, F. And it looks like right there, this Takeda, the Spider's comboing, manages to miss his F, his ultimate blade. He manages to miss it. Or perhaps it's, maybe he doesn't miss and the Spider tanks through it with the gold focus activation. I think he does. I think he does tank through it. He does. You can see the sliver of damage that he receives. Yep, he tanks through the ultimate F. Kai Bao getting taken down. Mistiming his F. If he timed it just a little bit later, or he would have been fine. Well, perhaps not fine. He still had used two of the blades, and Spider would have only used one. But still, he wouldn't have been fine. But he wouldn't have died instantly. Regardless, well played from Spider here, managing to pick up both of those kills, sitting on 5 kills now. In top 3, Zay and T225. Ooh, Zay eliminating T225 as well just now. Zay going up to 6 kills. Let's see this fight. And here we are. Spider manages to find Zay. Quick pistol shot. Trying to get a little bit of damage. Doesn't do all that much. Gets stuck on the pillar, as you do. The classic. Zay managing to get the detonating rounds though. Getting the stagger, getting the damage. Zay trying to push up. Using up a lot of stamina. Backing off momentarily, avoiding the 50-50. Spider going for the overhold. He gets stuck on the terrain. Ooh. Oh, lovely prediction into overhold, and Spider takes the cake. Oh, la 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 la. Okay, we're seeing that again. All right, let's watch it again. So, skip this a little bit. So right here, Zay backing off from the overhold. Spider, knowing that Zay is kind of forced to do that because he has no stamina, having just used it all to try and catch up to him. Spider tries to make a little bit more distance for himself, avoiding the pistol shot. Tries to get a heal off. Zay coming closer. Spider goes for cancel it. Goes to cancel it. Zay getting a grapple. Goes for the parry. But Spider cancels it. Goes for the CLMB. But Zay's manages to tap dodge out and then instantly go into F3, catching Spider on a 1-2 hold. Going into combo. Eating the blue focus. Into the Hepta detach follow-up. So right here, Spider's in a bad spot. But Zay, he's feeling himself. He's looking to try and end this as fast as possible. Zay gets hit by the F3. Spider immediately ults, armoring through the ultimate F release from Zay, as we saw him do earlier on, knocking Zay back, staggering him, and preventing his own death. Spider gets the LMB into uppercut, gets the augmented F, gets the blue focus follow-up, and then backs off immediately, expecting Zay to have his ultimate F up back again very, very soon. Still has 2 blades to work with. Zay, for some reason, decides to use his ultimate blade here to go for a pistol shot. I don't know why he did this. Zay could have just stood there and shot him. There's no reason to use his ultimate F. Spider, looking to get round the corner, get away from him, gets onto the wall, reading that Zay is going to try and chase him down, try and push the issue, since Spider still has his ultimate available, and even if it times out, he's going to have this rage. But Zay has now used all of his blades, so he needs to try and finish him off while he's still very low HP. Otherwise, if he allows the reset, he's going to be fully healed. They'll both be fully healed, but Spider will have 50% rage on top of him. So he reads the chase from Zay, going for the scale rush. I'm surprised that Zay didn't hear it and expect it, to be honest with you. But yeah, Spider goes for the blue focus scale rush into LMB, but then immediately tap dodges, and then tap dodges again, anticipating that Zay would use his F3 to try and get out of this stagger, since it wasn't a true combo. Or true, like hard true. It's only soft true, so Zay would have been able to use his F. Anticipating this, he tap dodges twice, avoiding it entirely. Zay missing it, although he's not punishable on the gold focus frames. Zay then tries to dodge away, but Spider delays his attack, especially considering he still has his ultimate active. Zay then tries to tap dodge again, but at this point there's nothing he can do. He gets overheld and he just dies. Zay's forced to parry in this situation. He's forced to parry, because if he doesn't parry the first charge and Spider releases, he's dead. He can't do anything. He can't dodge again. And Spider can just overhold for free. There's nothing stopping him from overholding. He knows that Zay can't parry twice. He can parry the early... He can punish the early parry. And there you have it. It's bread and butter. Zay's only way of winning this would have been to not use his F to do a pistol shot. And try and finish him off then and there. Or anticipating that Spider would expect him to try and chase him down as fast as possible due to him being low and Zay not having his ultimate ready. And being ready for that scale rush. But yeah, there you are. There it is. 6 kills. 6 kill win for Spider. Very nicely done.
Spider 真的是有一颗大心脏， 正所谓强中自有强中手，一山更比一山高。刚才我们可以看到仔的几次帅气的连段，我们都觉得胜利可能属于仔的时候 ，Spider 凭借自己的大心脏以及临危不乱那个 BG， 那个 BG 就是卡了仔的一个视野。
But yeah, there you have it. Win for Spider. But let's move on to the next game. So sadly, this game it didn't this footage I have it didn't show me the map and the spawn points of all the different players, including Spider, and essentially just put me right into him having spawned already. But it looks like he's spawned here in this gold zone with one other player, managing to secure himself blue armor and blue nunchucks with a few resources. Definitely a good spot to be in this early on. Opting for the Wu Chen with F3 and V3. A very popular pick these days, but I'm not sure if I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm an advocate for a V2, a Spider here, just putting the nunchucks to work, just working Xin here, knowing that Xin is trying to get that armor swap and timing his attacks so that there are gaps, but in each moment in which Xin was attempting to get the armor swap, he staggered him. Very nicely done. Essentially what he did was allow him to try and get it, or to think that he was able to get it in a moment, and then stagger him in that moment. Very easy to do. Well, he picks up this bounty as well. He's not stopping. He's going straight in. He gets caught by the soul break whiff into RMB. Uses his F, but he does catch this Wu Chen with the RMB tech chase, forcing out his F3 as well. And instead of going for the chase down, he simply opts to try and destroy the portal as fast as possible to then be able to chase. Oh. Uses his F up once he catches up, since he hadn't taken the time to heal, and also because he knows that there's more than one player here. He wants to have his combo breaker ability available if need be. He's still on the chase here. Opts for the scissor parry, so does the enemy player. No advantage really taken. Still on the push. Enemy Wu Chen trying to use the dagger mobility as best he can to make an escape here. Oh. Oh, and the quick swap to pistol to secure himself the kill. Very nicely done there. Quick hands. Good tracking on the Wu Chen, knowing exactly where he is, or being able to find him very quickly. Right here, he's just spamming the blue focuses without a care in the world. Or he loses track of him for a moment. And decides at this stage, not having ultimate, not having very many grapples, and not being at full HP, to simply take the reset. Especially considering that he has 20,000 coins. He can get oh, look at that. See, this is exactly what I mean. Going for these Soul Jade gambles. He unlocks his Soul Jade bag, unlocks his item bags as well, and then goes from those Soul Jades, gambles 5 times, into that. This is why going for these Soul Jade bags, lucky Soul Jade bags, is so strong in Immortal War. It looks like he's probably just going to take a moment pick up some scraps, try and find himself some grapples. Chilling in Celestra here. The one really good thing about V3 though on Wu Chen is that its charge time is insanely fast. V3 charge time for Wu Chen is by far the fastest charging ult in the game, by far. But yeah, it looks like he's being stalked by this player who has a bounty on him. Venom tip crossbow gamer. Looks like he's not really interested. Yeah. Realm of Yang is spawning soon. He's not gonna bother trying to start up a fight in Celestra here. Not only because it's rather pointless, considering the Realm of Yang is coming up soon, but because Celestra's usually a high traffic zone, so you're very likely to run into multiple people, and if you start up a fight, you could easily end up getting caught in a third party in a really bad spot. Definitely not what you want. And tries to look for the disengage, looking to get into the Realm of Yang as soon as it spawns. Manages to get it, thankfully. Here we have it, the 1v1. Enemy Wu Chen uses his F3, throws them all down so that he can potentially get an advantage with ranged. I'm not sure why, considering that he wasn't going to be able to get it, wasn't going to have it for the actual fight that was about to ensue. What the hell? Really not sure this was the best idea. And it's over. What on earth? P225 just using his combo breaker in Spider's face. It's literally just a little announcement. Oh, I don't have a combo breaker. Please push me and take and take risk because you have combo breaker and I don't. What? That was definitely not the play from T225, but Spider definitely playing well regardless. One of the key traits or things to look for when trying to assess a player's skill, ability, whatever you'd like to call it, is their ability to punish mistakes, being able to capitalize on the mistakes of their opponent and knowing exactly how to do it. Yeah, definitely something that Spider can do. Oh, swaps to the Greatsword for the Scale Rush. I like it. Haku would be proud. Oh no, you cannot be doing this, my boy. That right there is one of the reasons why when you overhold on Greatsword, going for a blue focus release, an overhold blue focus release, is far riskier than with other weapons, because it's much slower than other weapons, and you can simply dodge the first part as long as you have the stamina and parry the second part. Yeah, Spider managing to pull this one back here. noting the player's aggression. He knows he's in this bush. I think he went for trying to get that parry, but it was just a tiny bit late. Goes for the blue focus release. These first charge longsword releases have been deadly so far for this game for Spider. Managing to get a lot of beneficial trades by simply releasing the first charges. Nice. Goes for the double hold parry attempt. Enemy player doesn't release, goes to the light attack combo on him. Not doing a huge amount of damage. Spider still having his F3 available. Heal himself up if need be. Still very, very healthy on resources at the moment, even though he's been scrapping it out for quite a while now. Needs to buy... not sure what that is. Could have been Soothing Boon. Manages to get the follow-up off his grapple LMB. Half charge take back from the enemy Wu Chen. Gets the 1-2, takes a little bit of a trade. Forces out the F, punishes the F timing with a blue focus release. Lovely play from enemy Wu Chen here. Forcing Spider to use his ultimate. Yeah, this is one of the great things about V3 though. If it is only you and your opponent, and V3 can be extremely obnoxious. But in tournaments, it doesn't always end up playing out like this. You can quite safely say that the majority of the time you're going to be in scenarios where you're fighting 1v1v1, as in there's more than one opponent in close proximity to you, which immediately reduces the power and advantage of having V3, because if one person sits on one end of the portal and another on the other, you are literally just stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's not much you can really do, and it instantly loses all its value. But yeah, no, in a 1v1 definitely has quite a bit of power. And Spider definitely in a good spot here. Still sitting on 3 kills, 7 players remaining. You saw that he checked the kill leader by pressing J to check how many kills they had, noting that they'd only had 4. So he isn't very far behind. What's up with Dandelion? Very useful. Highly underrated. Being able to move around without making any noise, extremely useful, especially in tournament. Being able to sneak up on people and even sneak up on fights. Manages to catch him on the terrain. Zipping uses F, Goes for the parry here. Zipping doesn't punish. Oh, but Zipping's getting worked here. Ooh, Spider. Goes for the overhold. Zipping manages to tap dodge through. Spider now taking a chunk of damage, but not getting focused still. Zipping still on the run. Spider looking to poke down the person he can. Try and secure this kill for himself. Trying to keep track of the Zipping. But that's the thing with Zipping. Zipping's bound to have her F up again. And manages to get out scot-free. If that other Wu Chen who'd gotten involved earlier on hadn't gone for the blue focus on Spider and had simply tried to continue chasing the Zipping, Zipping probably wouldn't have been able to get away. I mean, you could say poor target selection, but realistically it wasn't something that was all that bad of an idea. But Zipping does still manage to get away, but it looks like not for long. Manages to get himself into another fight on the run yet again. That's exactly where Zipping excels though, being able to run forever. He gets taken down extremely low and gets stuck on the terrain. Very unfortunate. Ooh, a lovely parry from Spider here. Extremely quick to react, not attempting to do the full parry attack, since he knows the Wu Chen would immediately go for the F3 combo break, catching him at the end of it, but not being able to extend the combo. He catches this other Wu Chen here. Two first charge releases. Gets the longsword float due to terrain. Doesn't manage just to get the full combo. Going for the tap dodge instead of trying to parry. Mitigating the risk, trying to keep following up, trying to keep track of this Wu Chen. Enemy Wu Chen managing to get enough breathing room to buy some time for his F to come back up. Still on the run here. But being on this side of this cliff is always such a pain. Ooh. I think he'd gotten a parry. Avoids the R&B release. Spider tanking it, but still manages to get the kill. Can he get the Soul Bloom in time? He does. Forces F out. Goes for the... lovely play from Spider here. Uses F yet again. Gets another Soul Bloom. Knows that if he pushes this Wu Chen... Oh, he teleports right into it. Oh no! And there it is. He takes down Kai Bao as well. Sheesh. All of this just... non-stop action. Spider now. Turbo stacked. 4 gold soul jades. Purple weapons. Gold spear in the back. Purple armor. Full resources. Trying to optimize his soul jade loadout. Lovely. Oh, see, this is great inventory management. I love it. Dropping Vitalia outside or inside the zone so that he can pick up some from the bodies, heal it up, and then replenish his Vitalia in his inventory with the ones he's dropped. Inventory management. Very important. He knows he doesn't need to push for kills right now. He's sitting on 6 kills. He has the most kills in the game. There are only 4 people left. All he needs to do is chill. And again, going for the Soul Jade gamble. I wish I knew what it said, or which Soul Jades they were. Gets the heal off. Ooh, Cavalry Bloom to the face. But he gets the parry. Whoa! What the hell was that? The teleport. First stage double parry. Third party comes along, putting pressure on both of them. Ooh, Spider getting focused here though, even though he wasn't the lowest player to begin with. Does manage to get out with his V3, F3 managing to save him as well. But is he managing... Is he gonna manage to escape this? Sits in the bush. Ooh, no way. Oh my lord. He's still being hunted. So right there, you saw he healed his health. Not only is it typically better to heal your health instead of your armor, because 1, you can always find armor swaps. 2, there are plenty of ways of directly attacking health as opposed to armor, such as fire damage, poison, armor pierce, etc. Another... Oh my god, he's hitting all the parries. Oh my god. If he'd hit this shot, I would have lost it. Oh, Spider. Holy. So now he's had enough of being hunted. He's on the hunt again. He's being very trigger happy with these releases, because he knows that if he does get the release, even if they dodge it, he can always follow up with have to detach. With the clank. Looking to chase down the Matari. Matari not having ultimate available. Goes for the double the double charge parry. Notices the Wu Chen on the roof. Ooh, he does get clipped by this horizontal into a slide LMB. Goes for the parry. To no avail. Uses his F to mitigate any light attack tech chase. Gets the combo start. Oh, but he doesn't. He expects to enemy Wu Chen to not try and parry this, I suppose, due to it being a tight situation. He still has this gold spear at his disposal, but no ultimate available. Goes for a CLMB. Gets the half charge take back. Gets another one. But no push. He's just getting CLMB to death. Does get the take back though. Doesn't look to follow up because he knows the terrain's gonna prevent his combo from being through. And Wang Liang taking him down with a quick RMB jump RMB. Gold dagger doing work here. We can probably break this down. I mean, I did sort of commentate. I did comment on pretty much everything as it happened, but let's quickly see if I miss anything. So right here, I mentioned it, but Wu Chen, one of the really strong things about Wu Chen F3 is that when he he does have this ability. On cast, it's a combo breaker that will allow him to escape from stagger. But on top of that, he has 3 blades at his disposal once activated, each of which, when thrown, give Wu Chen blue focus armor, preventing any stagger from light attacks. So essentially it gives him 1 true combo breaker and then 3 soft combo breakers, allowing for a lot of dueling power. So right here he whiffs a parry, or he goes for a parry and then immediately uses his F3 blade to prevent the Wu Chen from being able to light attack, chase him, allowing him to prevent the stagger. Although he could take more damage than he would have healed with the F3, still preventing the stagger is invaluable. Enemy Wu Chen though, still on the chase. But yeah, as you can see here, after parry, he immediately goes for the F3 again, preventing the light attack stagger from the CLMB. Enemy Wu Chen immediately then going for a crouching horizontal blue focus charge into a early release as a light, trying to tech chase him down. Spider going for the double dodge, roll into dodge, goes for the blue focus hold, half charge take back, going for the LMB before RMB, hold dodge RMB, LMB, RMB, which is risky, but as we've talked about before, the almost paradox-like mind game in which both of them are well aware of the potential mind game, and it does just end up coming down to being a 50-50. Although Spider is more likely to release in this scenario due to him having just used a lot of his stamina to try and make space. So I'd say it's more like a 40-60, where the enemy Wu Chen is safer to, or statistically more likely to be safe on parrying the 1-2-3. Yeah, he uses his V3, get this reset, uses up his last blade so that he can get his F3 cooldown started. I'm not sure why he did that. He crouching LMB'd for virtually no reason. I think he may have done it by accident, thinking that he was in standing state and not crouching state, and attempted to hold blue focus so that when the enemy Wu Chen got to him, he would be able to potentially half charge or even overhold, preventing the stagger from the dagger, grapple LMB. Goes for a parry here. This was extremely early, mistimed, I would say. Maybe a misclick. Does get the half charge take back again though. Tries to go for it again, but's armored through. Gets CLMB'd twice in a row. Goes for the LMB uppercut, aerial LMB. He doesn't opt to follow this up because, as you can see, the terrain is going upwards. So if he could have potentially gone for an RMB follow up into hold dodge backwards, but if it had been flat terrain, but because he's going uphill, the combo is cut short because of it. So he goes for the blue focus release here due to him not having stamina and, quite frankly, not being able to do much else, being extremely low. He has to try and go for it. But yeah, goes for the RMB blue focus release into the 2 light, into 3 hold, but enemy Wu Chen knows that he's so unbelievably low that he literally just needs to breathe on him, and he gets taken down. But yeah, very nicely done regardless. Spider still 7 kills, 2nd place, still coming out on top. in terms of points in this game. Spider, just showing why he's one of, if not the best solo player currently in the league, in the tournament. He's shown time and time again that he is a force to be reckoned with. He is an extremely strong player, and you can just see why. Some of these games, there's very little, there's no error. I actually struggle to see anything that he didn't do optimally or well. There are a couple things, obviously. He's not a robot. But yeah, no, the man is he's a beast, honestly. Watching him closely, analyzing everything, he's insanely good, and definitely deserves all the wins and all the respect. But yeah, as you can see, that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. There wasn't all that much to say that could be improved, because quite frankly, Spider plays virtually flawlessly. But it's lovely to watch. It's so nice to watch. Good, clean Naraka. Extremely well played. But hey, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great one.